Okay, this video is a rare moment where I am not imparting some filmmaking wisdom, but rather begging for your help. So if you can shed some technical expertise on this problem, I'd love to hear your thoughts. So long story short, I'm editing a Screenlife film, and I've been playing around with the format of how I'm actually going to be editing this. To give you a bit of a breakdown on what I'm currently doing, I am editing everything on Premiere. Now, I did try the whole After Effects editing thing because it makes keyframing position and scale in different animations way easier, but it completely screws up the ability to get the timing perfect with sound and audio and sound effects and all that. And if you look at movies like Missing and Searching, they did edit it primarily in Premiere. To go even deeper, I've got the different layers. I've got a base layer of your wallpaper, your icons, your taskbar. Then I've got the different windows, WhatsApp, Spotify, YouTube as different layers. And then obviously on those different layers, you've got the specific videos playing, the specific video calls, specific messages playing out. And then at the very top, I've got an adjustment layer, which I use kind of as my camera to frame the shot as necessary. Now, obviously, you lose the ability to scale vectors with an adjustment layer in Premiere. Even if it's an Illustrator file, it just does not scale vectors per true scale vectors. It loses quality. It doesn't rasterize, whatever. I might be using the wrong terms. But you lose quality when you zoom in, even if it's an Illustrator file or a PDF. Now I thought back to how they edited Missing and Searching, and I'm like, yeah, they did everything in Premiere, but at some point they dynamic link it seems, when you watch the featurettes and documentaries about how they made the film. And so I thought, cool, I'll just link all my adjustment layers and different like layers of WhatsApps and everything to After Effects, and then I'll just switch on rasterize and everything will be perfect. But turns out when you scale with an adjustment layer, it also loses the rasterizing properties. And half the time, the adjustment layers with all its different components did not want to dynamic link nicely. So now I'm in a dilemma. I'm doing all this work, and it is in the previous phase, but I would love to eventually, when I start adding and populating the proper assets, to just drag and drop and then somehow magically with After Effects or something, be able to scale my Illustrator files in a way where it does not lose quality. But I don't really know how I'm logically going to be able to do this. I did try to reach out to the editors behind Missing and Searching. Haven't heard from them yet. Here's to hoping. I was thinking maybe turning to you guys. You guys with your infinite technical wisdom could maybe give me a method. I don't know if I'm making any sense. It's a very complicated process to explain in 3 minutes, but hopefully you can shed some light. I really hope so, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say.